What's up guys, my name is Timbo and today I have some brand new Anthem info to share with all of you. You're welcome. Over the past few months there has been a crap ton of news coming out about Anthem, and in these next few videos on my channel we will be focusing on the 4 classes within Anthem, taking an in-depth look at their weapons, gear, and abilities. If you're unaware, at release, the 4 types of javelins in Anthem will include the Ranger, the Colossus, the Storm, and the Interceptor. And today, as I'm sure you've already guessed by the title of this video, we will be taking a look at the Ranger. All of the information I got for this video can be found on EA's website for Anthem. A link to the page will be left in the description below if you guys are interested in more information. It is important to note that before we get started, Anthem is still in development, so anything you see in this video is subject to change. Also, after watching this, if you still have any questions about the game, you can write them in the comments below and I will do my best to try and answer them. And if you would like to keep up to date on any and all Anthem news just as it drops, make sure to subscribe to the channel and let me know you enjoyed this video by leaving a like. I will be making videos on the other 3 classes momentarily, but at the time of writing this, I haven't quite decided if I will release them over the course of a few days or just all at once. So we'll have to just wait and see. Sometimes Timbo is keeping people on their toes so much, he keeps himself on his toes. That made absolutely no sense. The Ranger has its focus set on precision, damage, and versatility, being able to suit, no pun intended, yes there was, a number of different skill levels from pleb to Timbo to kid with no thumbs to the average player and everyone in between. Noobs like me will appreciate the wide array of weapons and abilities that can be used to sharpen our skills, and more experienced players will still be able to gravitate towards Anthem's first Javelin hundreds of hours into the game because of its emphasis on marksmanship and skill mastery. So whether you're a total god or a 67-year-old woman holding the DualShock 4 like a dial-up phone, the Ranger is the gold standard for combat efficiency. Now that we've gotten all the general info out of the way, now is the time to take a look at the Ranger's abilities. Starting at the top with weaponry, the Ranger, like all javelins in Anthem, can hold 2 weapons in their loadout, being able to change them in between missions. The Ranger is able to wield every single weapon type the game has to offer, with the exception of heavy weapons, which can only be used by the Colossus. Moving on to the Ranger's melee ability. All javelins in Anthem have a special type of melee attack, and the Ranger's is the Shock Mace. When I got a chance to play the game, this was by far one of the most satisfying and fun ways to kill enemies in my opinion. The Shock Mace is pretty much exactly what it sounds like, being an electrified police baton of death that sends tons of voltage up the enemy's bum cracks. From what I remember, these attacks can be chained for multiple quick swipes at a time. Next, we've got the Ranger's arsenal of grenades. There are 5 listed here, but it is important to note that modified versions of grenades and other abilities, for that matter, can be found out in the wild and equipped to create different effects. The 5 types of grenades are as follows. And no, Firebolt is not on here for you Destiny OGs. They are Frag, Inferno, Frost, Seeker, and Sticky. The nade's function is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. I'll put the text on screen for you guys to read it. I'm hoping you guys know how to read. Coming up after grenades is everyone's favorite type of gear, launcher gear, aka gear that makes bad guys go boom. Rangers are equipped with a wrist launcher that allows for a variety of mods to be loaded onto it for extra death and destruction. The types of launchers are as follows. A homing missile, which fires a projectile that seeks out a target for a small area of effect explosion. Energy pulse unleashes a blast of pure energy, hitting a single target with incredible force. Spark beam fires a sustained beam of energy for continuous damage. Venom Darts, which is one of the most cool sounding things ever, by the way, launches a volley of darts that seek out a target for acid damage. And lastly, Black Missile fires a missile that explodes for an area of effect damage. Now that we've got that out of the way, we're going to move on to the Ranger's support gear. On the side of shooting plebs in the face, the Ranger is also capable of creating special fields that allow its abilities to gain a tactical advantage. The 2 types of Ranger support gear are as follows. The Bulwark Point deploys a spherical field which deflects incoming enemy projectiles. That was hard to say. And Muster Point creates a field which increases weapon damage for teammates who enter its radius. And then last but certainly not least, we have to talk about the ultimate ability for the Ranger. This ultimate attack has been seen on several different occasions, and yes, it is as fun to pull off as it looks. And that is the Multi-Target Missile Battery, which deals precision damage across a wide range of the battlefield, targeting many fast-moving enemies with guided projectiles. It doesn't say it in the article, but you can pull this move off on the ground, or if you want to be extra awesome, while flying through the air. And that pretty much wraps up all of the general information we know about the Ranger at this time. Like I said, coming up within the next few days or hours, maybe even seconds, will be videos on the other 3 classes in Anthem, structured very similarly to this one. If you enjoyed the video, if you could please leave a like. To keep up to date on plenty more Anthem content, make sure to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.